or whatever. The book is written about him. There's a story that's been corroborated.
CNN, all these fake news stations, and they use it for propaganda. That's what they do. And these people are heartless. Okay, can you imagine coming home?
Our chick used to pray for the soldiers of Vietnam? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Ah, another banger.
I've shared this sentiment with Beaver before, which is, I don't believe the propaganda on both. Frustrating me sometimes that on both sides of that issue is people will only see one side and not even have it out of that, in particular, like your said algorithms, you know? And then it's almost to the point, like, you know, what do you do then? So it's like, all right, people think they're like, wait, you listen to Candace Owens? I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to her. I don't agree on everything that she says, but I like the fact that she asks questions. Like, okay, she's an adulthood in that capacity. And I feel like in this topic in particular, I think we all need to kind of like, you know, ask questions and not listen to like all of the propaganda.
I'm fine. That's the reason. If I was Israel, I would just take the day in Samaria, which is the West Bank, because I've been there, and just apply commentary and deal with this question. They can, because it's like people will use this question. Anti-Semitism was there before the state of Israel. You had a whole Holocaust, you know. So like, if in my opinion, but they need to deal with the one for all. Anti-Semitism is such a disease. It's a horrible, horrible thing. And, Israel, I feel like, you know what, fuck these people, they're going to hate anyway. Take the whole thing. I want them to take the whole thing. And just tell the Arabs there to fuck off. Honestly.
Here's what I'll say, and it's probably controversial, but I don't really care anymore. I'm so sick of the Zionist narrative in America, and I'm not pro-Muslim either. I don't want any country. I don't want the USA entangled with any country the way it is with Israel, because we have a lot of Jews in this country that are prominent in many industries and politics, which is totally fine and more power to them. They're very smart people, very successful. But when they start to show allegiance in our policy towards a certain country over there and show even more deference to that country, it seems like it's like, hold on a minute, we're fucking Americans first and foremost. And it's like if you just have any questions about it, it's like you're anti-Semitic or you're Islamophobic or whatever.
That's not true. Like, I mean, fuck, Israel is like a fucking shit show. Like, half of the fucking nation was out there protesting fucking government injustice and judicial reforms, and I put them on the category of England, France, Germany, Spain,
No, it's
Belgium.
not on there. You just don't want
Give me another Brazil, Mexico.
We don't give a fuck.
Because we do kind of similar shit with other countries. I mean, but frankly, I don't like Canada.
Not into that same level.
I gotta say, I agree with them. I don't like Canadians
when my
either.
late husband would deploy on what they call bus packs. It's like Western Pacific.
Oh, Canadians!
On
Come on,
a
you guys
naval
are
ship
great.
carrier group. They would always spend so much time in the Middle East with the Jordanian army. He's actually met the king of the Jordanian or Jordan. They're like, we purposely do that, trying to do a posturing for the other countries.
Grace, I just wish I had some potato chips.
Say, okay,
it's the only thing I'm missing right now is some potato chips.
And countries in this area, to include states, that are invested.
Mixed nuts just is not the carbs I need right now. I really need some potato chips.
What he's telling me was like it was just posturing, and they've been doing that for decades. Because I asked him, like, well, do you know how long they've been doing that? He goes,
how did you find this room?
You know, the operational training regimen scheduling was for in that actual region, like way before. He's like, it was way before the Cold War. It was even during, you know, Vietnam and Korean wars. Like, that's just how it's always been, and it's basically because of that. But the intel that
Mute up, Mike.
Yeah, but what's up with all the insults?
Mute up, Mike. Because you're a dummy.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't know
You've
that.
been saying this shit for the last 2 days. Pay attention.
Yeah, why?
Panic! Take it down the bar for Panic!
And instead, you wanted to come for our neck, talking about some fucking Democrats, whatever, talking over. When you should have paid attention. Biden was
I'm not coming for your neck, man.
Biden was going to go to their house and do their records. Biden was going to go to their house and
I mean, finally, you just breaking news so overly.
Mike P was the one in the Bugatti's videos.
Oh, Lord. There you go.
Submit something after you Google it and read.
Oh, Lord.
Before he opened his goddamn mouth. You have not learned yet, brother. You are the dumbest motherfucker in the room right now.
Patty, calm down. You gotta calm down now. The insults are just way too much.
No, it's the truth. It's the
Bitch. Yeah, because you're a Democrat, and that's your right 100%.
Wait, who's singing? I have a
She quoted.
Oh, fuck this shit.
She quoted Precious on your ass.
Not doing it. Fuck this
You guys not hear me say?
Yeah, learn how to have a
Fuck
conversation
this
without being too many insults.
You didn't put
You
the bro, listen, you didn't put the
Stop for a second. Another bite of this fruitcake. And Helen, don't start no shit with me about a piece again. I'm paying Metro 20% for all foreign and Canadian distribution, and that's after recoupment. The Communist Party's not going to see a nickel out of this goddamn show until we go into syndication.
Now, Marie, the party's in for $7,500.
I'm not giving this pseudo-insurrectionary sectarian a piece of my show. I'm not giving them script approval, and I sure as shit ain't cutting them into my distribution charges. You fucking fascist! Did you see the filming in the jailbreak out demonstrating the rising up of the Seminole prisoner class infrastructure? You can blow the Seminole prisoner class infrastructure out your ass! I'm not knocking down my goddamn distribution charges!
Man, give her the fucking overhead clause. Let's get back to page 22. 5. Small a. Subsidiary rights.
Page 22, middle of the page, subsidiary rights. As used herein, subsidiary rights means without...
I totally forgot. I love that.
Sounded like her room, didn't it?
Sounds exactly like her room. You totally had me fooled.
Miss Lisa, are you off mute? On mute, or you told us to wait? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I said you guys can talk. I had to re-cue it because when you were arguing, I put my finger on it and lost it.
Got it.
Welcome back, Devin, to Angry,
So once she
Racist, Lonely.
Michael. Are you hearing any other people that's going to come out in the next couple, like anybody else in those emails?
No, I mean, it's, you know, they're releasing things as they release them. So no, I haven't heard any like advanced stuff. It's just the fact that we have the 218 signatures now, and they can send this thing to a vote. So, but no, I don't have any advanced information.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to see if Prince Andrew gonna be in there because he quit. I know he left, so I'm.
Is a hard type of religion where it consumes your everyday. It controls what you eat, like beyond. It is very effective, and I think that the people around that time period, we've seen what happened with the radicalization of Germany, and we've seen what was happening and the potential of what.
Me and like 30 people, we just stood in a circle and started like humming and chanting like, "This is the sound of our souls." Or we like stomped our feet and like came up with like, and just sing and like did also like howling and singing, and it was a really like, we all felt communally bonded to it.
Just soundproof, because these new buildings, they're like...
Honey, you'll be safe. Just stay on Clubhouse.
Honestly, we'll guide you.
Nobody can hurt you while you're on Clubhouse.
Nobody could hurt me anyway.
I used to date this girl,
Right.
Pearl.
Yeah, you you know what? You should send me your address just
For a
in case
weekend.
I call the police because we hear someone break and enter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
You
when
can't
come-
hear her masturbating
let me
either.
ask you a question. In this case, let's say, God forbid, something does happen like this.
God
And
forbid.
you
Yeah,
call
I'd have to explain to the police what Clubhouse is. Yes.
No, it's not. When you call it 911, it's gonna call in your local 911. How are you gonna guide them all the way to that 911?
I would call
That's true.
911 and her.
I'm just making sure that they do know who some of these people are. That's all.
Yeah.
When they blow it, if they die in the act of war against you, right? Because you're an infidel, the man will get 40 virgins when he dies.
The U.S. dollar is the only currency that people want to use. They don't want to use the local currency. And because of that, it causes huge problems with the government. So who's this with the eyes, man? Fuck you. Go ahead and say what you got to say, Mr. Eyes.
Oh, no, I think there's a point of contention here, right? You're saying that they're giving actual real.
In that conversation between zero.
No, because
Give my
You spoke first.
you talked about it. You spoke about
I
it
didn't
in
mention. I didn't. Okay, go ahead.
There's an underground economy out there where U.S. dollars are, they're heavily valued because of the exchange rate. So the exchange rate, what is it? I don't know, $1,500 to $1. It changes a lot,
Since when do you care? When do you guys care about the billions of dollars being sent out to different countries? Wasn't we just sending billions to Mozambique for condoms?
As places that I might want to start a business or possibly even go and settle down, And because I've had the same feelings as everyone has, it's like, what if America isn't safe in the future? What if, right? To be honest, I don't think we have anything to worry about, but I always like to look at an exit strategy.
They finished up their process really fast, so a judge let them off. Somebody check. I think this is the article.
That's crazy.
Oh, so they were let go because. So it wasn't Oh, it's refugee rapist. Oh, you didn't say refugee.
It's because the guy came too fast, and it was because he was black. That's why they let off.
Oh my lord. Did they?
I don't know how that happens. That's amazing.
Well, I don't know. I don't live in Europe. I just know what I've experienced, what I've seen in Europe, in particular, and the UK.
We got an A9 in the room.
4 years, like 3 or 4 times a year for work.
Clubhouse make that money.
Yeah. Do you or others, in particular with this article, I guess I missed the conversation about the article. Do you think that there is a problem with immigrants and refugees not assimilating or understanding or adhering to the local rules and laws?
Yes.
In particular, violence towards women and children, right?
Of course it's true, because immigrants rape white women more than any other people or any women. They rape like they do in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Somalia, everything else like that. It's a horrible thing. The United Kingdom, I don't understand why you white countries let this immigrant from these disgusting shithole countries.
Well, HX said, you said that one of the refugees told the police.
I love HX perspective and position. Like
do they know?
He's like the guy with all the answers.
Certain religions that could be.
Oh, Nicholas, welcome.
Certain religions that could be.
Oh, Nicholas, welcome to Angry.
What they only know.
Racist.
Right? We don't know, but when you come over to a different country,
depressed man of Clubhouse.
Or a refugee,
you're listening to a bunch of.
To be some assimilation
very racist, extremely racist, extremely lonely men.
Their new land is
they are depressed. They have no love in their life.
I don't know. What do they offer them? That?
And then they have little KK here to be the female voice for what's lacking in their souls.
do
Welcome,
that
Nicholas.
here in the United States, but I think people in the United States, they would tell you, okay, you shouldn't be doing that.
This is our back end
right?
roast
Their own
of the
people
room
within their own
live.
ethnic group that
This is
they
our
find
Mystery
them
Science
wherever they
Clubhouse
are,
Theater
right?
3000.
You can't do that. But I don't like the, oh, well, they didn't know clause. That's where I have a problem with it.
It's a great topic, but I need to tell you this, right? In the United States, if somebody makes an application to come here to the United States and
we are supposed to be a snowy place. Glasgow probably do it.
Your reason would apply equally to both, but I'm saying like there's a further reason to believe in Islam if Islam is true, which is that it has some very material consequences, right? Certainly true for Christianity, right? That if Christianity is true and you don't believe in Christianity, you're kind of fucked, right? So if it's true, you certainly should want to believe it's true. That's like a I don't think the same degree.
You're not getting into Canada if you have a felony or domestic violence charge at all. Shit, you're not getting into Canada.
If I'm a pedophile in this country, in one of these countries, and they catch me just in that local precinct, it's going to have my physical paper file. Now, when I make the application to these other countries, 9 times out of 10, nobody's going by there to look it up to that specific small little part of the country. And when they don't even ask, they don't have any lie detector. They don't have a professional interrogator. Most of these people are first generation places where they're coming from anyway. So they have some type of like leeway on it, and so it's really a broken system. When somebody can go into somebody else's country and they're doing an interview, okay, come on in. Now that's crazy.
So the citizenship test, I've taken it online. Is race illegal? Are you allowed to have sex with a 13-year-old? Stuff that's common sense. Because that's me on them to know.
You know what is, it's not funny, but anywho, it's like, even when I'm in London, and there is a season of time that there's a lot of Arabs in the area, and I usually stay in Knightsbridge, which is close to like Mayfair, Hyde Park, that whole area, right? And when I go to a restaurant and I'm sitting, close to a table of all Arab men, they won't even they'll sneer at me, they look at me up and down, like Judge Judy eyeballs and everything, and I'll just, oh, sorry, excuse me, and they won't even acknowledge any of that. And I'm like, well, okay, well, fuck you then, right? Like, I don't care, but it's like problematic, especially if you expect us to change our ways and culture to be in your area of the country, but then it's not reciprocated. So during COVID, I had to go to work, and we're basically going to be confined at the W Hotel, but it's a cool hotel, and da-da-da-da-da. It's just like, oh shit, I was actually nervous for it, and thinking like, okay, this is what we got to do, but when they come in places that are not of their homeland,
because that's what they do. They're ashamed of nothing. They just want to transform everything to there, and it's a horrible thing, because it's like, if you like Pakistan so much, stay in Pakistan. I went to London. London looks like Pakistan. It's horrible. I can't even see any British people in London. And it's a horrible place.
Yeah, it definitely has evolved. It definitely has evolved in the past, I would say, 3 years. And you can see it even just from last year. Yeah, a year and a half ago to this past, a year and a half, 2 years ago to this past winter, it was vastly changed. Like they were telling me, like, okay, no, you can't wear your purse on the outside of your coat. You got to do a crossbody, put your purse across you, and then put your coat on top of it so people on the street don't actually see your purse. And like, don't check your. He was murdered outside for his Rolex outside of the hotel that I always stay in. It's just like, okay, you know, and I was talking to a black cab. You guys, I don't know if people are aware, but the black cab drivers in London are iconic. And for them, London thing, and they're treated with the utmost respect because they know every street, every side street, they have to be able to tell you in 2 seconds how to get to point A to point B and exactly what road that you take, whatever. So I've always taken black cabs because I feel like I'm supporting the local economy in that capacity, the Londoners, and they, you know, they were telling us like, okay, no, it's like, yeah, we have to be very picky now on who we pick up because now black cabs are being robbed. They're being robbed by migrants and refugees coming over here. It's like we will only take like 1 or 2 of them, and then at some certain times of the night. And he's like, I hate to say that, but I have to do that. So even the black cab drivers are feeling the pressure over in London. I don't know how often you're there. I've checked, but I was surprised to hear that because they're usually so friendly and not even worried about.
No, I'm there like every 3 years, and then they told me like I was bed, and I learned how to get out of bed to go pick her up because these guys are just like they don't even know when a woman says no, you know, like fuck off. So like I go there every 3 years, because our family has moved twice, and Japan is a great country.
But you still hate leftists more than you do Muslims, right?
Hate them both the same way.
Well, what changed from yesterday? You hate leftists just a little bit more.
A little bit more, but to be honest, they've been Muslims, so it's just a hard.
Butterfly, I have to leave. I have to get up early in the morning, Melissa.
Okay, midnight's a great cutoff point.
Thank you for doing this.
Okay, take care. Good night.
Take care.
Why? Because Japan is a homogeneous country. That's why. They don't deal with these people. And the new prime minister is going to deport all of them. So the lefties are just such a bad copy. I don't even know how to deal with them, honestly. And if you try like Charlie, they kill you.
Yeah. A lot of problems like that, bro. Let's just be honest. I mean, they have a lot of problems with foreigners and gaijins going around certain districts acting a damn fool. And they have someone.
What area? Were you talking about, Rayaba? I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to get ice cream because I'm a fat kid right now. What area were you talking about?
I forget which district it was. I don't know if it was in the Kyoto region. But, you know, there's a lot of foreigners.
A lot of Kuwaitis. They own a lot of the flats in London. And so.
Right, from that the starting points of the. Because they raised my shit $2. Now you're talking about every paycheck in America. Every paycheck in America getting an extra $2. You know how much fucking money this is? And so now it's like, whoa, guys. Now they're spending $100 billion here, $40 billion here, $20 billion there, $10 billion here. It's like, hey, chill the fuck out. And people are mad at the guy. Unity. I'll promise I'm right here. Unity. Why can't it just be as simple as this guy is just.
So you can see a lot of.
Hey, Nicholas. My name is Brian. People call me either Southern Boy or Southern Man or Dog. But hey, you can call me Brian. Or you can call me B. But Nicholas, Uma is out of pocket, bruh.
Yeah, I agree. And Uma.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
My brain what?
Crazy.
Your brain, Majnun.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand that.
He says.
It's Arabic for crazy.
So crazy is conscious, radiant, ambient, zealous, you.
Not always.
Oh, she trying to use my languages and my name.
What's up, though?
I do live in Dallas, Georgia.
Congressman.
Does it hurt your heart? Does it hurt your heart, the fact that I'm
You want to share the good news? You had to put the blowing up the second mosque. You had to put it on hold.
We had a radical leftist judge that won let us because she said these women are so horrible. These women are going to be the downfall of every society. She said that a terrorist hasn't come out of this mosque yet. So we have 6 mosques left in South Sudan, and we want to make it 0, but she wouldn't give us the green light. It's a horrible thing. These leftists, these women with their suicidal empathy are going to get us all killed. White, black, Asian, in between, doesn't matter. We're all going to die because of them. Because they don't have the stomach to do what's right.
Hey, I'm not discounting that one. I agree with you on that one. I mean, I think we need more women like KK, Patricia, various others.
True.
Listen, you're always right.
We need the less, like, fucking, I don't know.
Rima is a radical leftist woman, even though I like her. She's
appropriate term.
Oh,
But I mean,
Lord, can we not do that?
But,
I think being less than this person in Clubhouse.
put it on their desk, and then they vote down a fucking particular thing, and then they are subject to it. These are the motherless children that no one wants to go. They somehow have time in between.
They got those SSRI eyes, the crazy eyes that have an abortion or two.
Yeah, and then they collect their tax dollars and show up at every freaking town board meeting because it's the only thing going on in their lives. Because in between the 9 cats that they feed, they're going to sit there and say, "Hey, I want to vote to make the world a better place," and we're all living with the ramifications of it. This is.
I have a radical leftist canceling on my vote.
So we go back to that, you think?
No, give them the right to vote, but it just don't marry them. But then they get more radical. Look at the last vote. It was like 60% of young men voted, and the number one issue was at the boss. It's always at the boss. It's always the young women are the most radical because they have nothing else going on for them. It's true. Because
I've never had a friend that's liberal. In all my years, from high school up, I've never been friends with somebody that's a leftist.
I was friends with someone that's a leftist, my friend Julia. And when the war happened in Gaza, I said I want Israel to fight in Gaza. And then she sent me, wait a second, and then she sent me a long message being like, yeah, I've known you for like 10 years, but because you support Israel, I can't be friends with you. And I told her to go fuck herself. And then she messaged me like 4 weeks later being like, I want to be friends. And I told her to go fuck herself again. It's the same thing with these people. These are sick people. These are the same women that will cut off their entire families. They will cut off their friendships. They'll cut off everything.
Shave their heads. I mean,
Bro, they were fat and ugly anyway. They were doing it for attention. Nobody liked them anyway. That's why they could say
That's
that.
kind of a good point. Like, nobody was really champing at the bit to go.
No.
Like, no one's going to slap that thigh and ride the wave. No one's like. First off, you're not getting between the knees. Like, you're just not. So, like, these, like, you're just not. There's not. I don't care. You could have long dong silver with all 400 feet of cock just laying there. It's not going to get past those knees. Those thunder thighs are stuck together, man. You're going to hear like a schwacking, like a as the flesh peels away. You're just it's going to have that.
So,
they're not, bitch. No, they're not. No,
that's all that they are. That's all that they are, Brad. Brad, that's exactly.
Okay, now you can say, okay,
I'm
go.
gonna let you handle this.
There you go. You can have
Your
that.
room.
Go ahead. You're done there. And I'll tell everybody else. And then you bring it up on the stage. And then you go for like a while here and say how you're the victim and I just bully you. And because I won't let it go because you decided you grade my kids still exist on this planet, I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care. And you know what? I hope some fucking Muslim jihad drops a plane in your fucking house. Like, that's it. And I don't have to worry about kids because, quite frankly, you fat women, no one's breeding with. I land there.
And they come off the children and everything.
and they come up the children and everything. It's just horrible.
Beamer hates some men though?
Yeah, of course, she's a radical.
Hates some men though?
Yeah, of course, she's a radical leftist. I like, Beamer, frankly, but she's a radical leftist. I have nothing against her. It's not like or nothing is neutral. I've never talked to her, but she's a radical leftist, and I will not be friends with her in real life, but it's good to have a back and forth with her because she's so stupid. You know,
because I don't see her chat in the comments.
Yeah, she said she got a kid, but I probably shouldn't have gotten involved. I was just trying to squash it once and for all. So I thought it was just because she intervened against Brad when he was going after somebody.
Right, and then I've asked her multiple times, please don't insert me in this argument. If you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it in private the next day. Never heard from it. If you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it in private the next day. Never heard from her. Handle it with fucking Brad. I'm not going to sit there and get in whatever. So